goes to the gym or make a big scene about it. But if you notice, the form of Kellan Thomas is taking a little bit more of a rigid shape. And I got it on good authority that his championship hopes are high, very high indeed.
You know all about them rigid shapes, don't you, Bob?
Sure. Anyhow, folks, back to the action in the ring about to take place. If you take a look at these two competitors, John Roy had mentioned that not too many people here remember exactly how well Aaron Bradley fared in the ring. But I know last time I saw him, he was 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he's in a little better shape. He's got that shirt off this time. I don't know if he's got what it takes to stand, to go as long as R.I.O.T can go. Our resident Ironman here at the XWA going 30 minutes.
Thomas now circling his adversary. Bradley, in my opinion, it might have already lost this matchup. He doesn't seem to have his head completely in the game. Do not concern yourself with the cheers and jeers of the faithful, my friend.
I wonder what the AMS on the back of his pants stands for.
He was once formerly a part of the American Murder Society, and they have made it to several high-profile rap sheets. So Aaron is taking a little bit different approach to his careerism. You know, he's looking to be a singles competitor, doesn't really want to be associated with the AMS anymore, and I can understand why.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be associated with murderers.
You know?
Just me, though.
I mean, I could go murder a cheeseburger right now, but that's a different...
a sandwich.
Yeah, different story, folks. Back to the action in the ring. We digress enough here. I'm looking at Aaron Bradley, and I'm watching him trade shots with Kellan Thomas. Thomas now is already starting to modify his regular move set. Bradley's done his homework, and he knows what Thomas brings to the match. He knows what he brings to the table. But Thomas is always the type to just make some minor adjustments within his set, and it will throw his opponent right off. You saw how he picked out of that waist lock just now. Signature Thomas.
Bradley getting back in.
I gotta say it though, John Roy. I really like this two-man booth stuff. I can get used to it.
I miss Buff Dad. Buff Dad was fun to have on the booth. It's nice having some one-on-one time. 3 weeks in a row now.
Look at this. Bradley now with the joint manipulation, completely compounding that left arm.
It could just be me, but it's starting to seem like Bradley's ground game's a little better than it was last time.
Significantly. No, you're seeing a lot less wasted motion out of him this time around. Very good ground game. He's trading shot for shot with Thomas, and he's fared well so far. About 3 minutes into this matchup, still anyone's ball game.
Thomas now getting back to his feet, trying to break his arm free. Taking the wrist back into the arm drag. Followed by number 2 and a drop kick. Kellan back on top now. Elbow, side of the head of Bradley. Nope. Oh. Quick jab inside of the head. Sends Bradley out for a second. Oh, Kellan off the top. Goes to the pin, 2. Only 2. Bradley on the outside now. Maybe not the smartest place to be, as we can see what Kellan has done. A lot of spit flying around here tonight. It's kind of disgusting. Oh, Bradley catches Kellan in the ring apron. Hammering away with those elbows to the back. Maybe he is part of the American Murder Society. on the head of Kellan Thomas. Into that corner post. Kellan on the outside fighting to get back up. Referee on the count of 7 already. Back in at the count of 9, and Bradley right on top of him with those stomps off the second. Big knee to the back. Pushing down on that jaw, leaving a little bit of space in between chests. And that pin, I think it gave Kellan enough movement to get out of that one. Be a little bit smarter. He wants to take someone like Kellan Thomas down, delivering a big knee to the sternum. Right in the ring with those shots. That's where he is. Bradley, beautiful drop kick right to the head of Kellan as he goes for his, not going for the pin. Wasting valuable time there with the lazy pin. That's not going to put him away. Kellan catching his breath before kicking out. And that's where I think you're wrong, my friend. Bradley hammering away onto Kellan on the head, trying to put him away. The hard way now, the slow way. If he had tried a little more practical of a pin last time, perhaps he could have had it. But now I'm afraid the tide has turned in Kellan's favor.
Folks, I hope you've been getting an eye full of this matchup because the board of directors has got their eyes on it as well. Both contenders have made it to their radar for different reasons, both of which have been shooting their way up the power ranks in their respective divisions and parts of the country. But John Roy, you've caught the majority of this matchup. Whose ball game do you think it is?
You know, honestly, I think Bradley's could have had it. He's made a couple dumb maneuvers that it just wasted time. Lazy pins, just being cocky. And, I think he could have had Kellan put away if it wasn't for his attitude.
More times often than not, we lose the match as opposed to our competitors winning them. That could be the case here. But with a high-profile opponent like Kellan Thomas, you would think he'd have his head further in the game than he did.
Kellan now, he's got that extra second. We've seen him do it before. That wasted time earlier from Bradley could have given Kellan just enough time to start catching his breath. Might endure a little beating now, but once you get him going, we know he's not going to stop. And here it comes, the double stomp to the back. Into the corner with the bulldog.
Classic Kellan Thomas on display.
Evening up the odds.
Charges out of that buckle. He seems to be vibing with the faithful here. Getting somewhat of a resurgence in his tank, if you will. Kellan Thomas now firing on all cylinders. Bradley ducks the Insigiri attempt. Snapdragon suplex cover. 2.9, says Callaway.
There it is, our first one of the night. And Kellan's got that momentum now. He's on fire. He's on the roll. The train's a-moving, Bob. Bradley's going to have to do a lot more now to stop it. Kellan's got that momentum on his side.
Bradley's going to have to re-strategize. Right now, he's in a completely defensive shell, and that shell is starting to crack. Big swing and a miss. Kellan Thomas now. Last second readjustment.
That hurt my throat.
And much to his chagrin, but Bradley's benefit, Thomas has just been pieced apart.
Oh, no. This
Cover here.
Can't be it for Kellan, can it? Nope.
Whoa.
Nope. That was 2 point, a little more than 1-9.
Tyler Callaway insists that this match will continue. I've got my hand nowhere near the bell, kiddo.
That's like that fake gold you see on TV. That was like 4 9s.
Every time we say you can't get much closer than that, Callaway does get, in fact, closer to the mat without hitting it. I mean, makes a liar out of us several times a week. But you got to wonder here, the long haul, who does it benefit more? Does it benefit Bradley or does it benefit Thomas?
The long haul, I'm going to have to go with Thomas now. I mean, Bradley had him at the beginning. He wasted that time. And like I said, Kellan's moving now. We've seen how this plays out.
Well, see, now Bradley may have just bought himself some time here. He's got Kellan floored. He's not so quick to recover as the relentless one, but he's up to his feet, and if he can stay on top of his adversary, he could pull off quite the upset.
You never know. Former Firebrand champion. Talking about the American Murder Society.
Not the time to go chanting your mantra, pal.
Did that earlier.
Thomas now with one deft hold of the wrist. He floors Bradley yet again. Bradley's reaching for those ropes, but they're nowhere in sight. Thomas wrenches back. Bradley's got nowhere to go, and he submits.
He's tapping.